Boogie and Jud. Boogie and Jud.
All right, we're back with Boogie and Jud. Sorry for the 1 week hiatus. We are back with Boogie. Boogie is on fire right now. We hope to keep that fire going. And this is week 7, Boogie and Jud's Best Bets, week 7. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And also don't forget to follow our Twitter at Boogie and Jud. Boogie, how you doing?
I'm doing good tonight.
All right, fire. What's the first pick on Boogie's bet slip?
Yeah, the first pick is going to be actually Tennessee +5. They are playing the Chiefs this week. Chiefs did win last week against Washington. And the Titans won in a miracle game last week. We'll start off with the Chiefs. Chiefs right now are playing good football, but still their record does not hold, so accountable right now. The Chiefs are right now 3-3. Titans are actually 4-2. And a lot of the bets, 45% of the bets are on Chiefs right now. This probably will shift around, this week, depending on it. But first, the standpoint from the Chiefs, going into this week, I thought about it last week also. The Chiefs are a must-win team, and the Chiefs need to win because right now their division's playing very good, and they need to start winning. Although, the Titans on the other hand, also need to start winning. They're also, a team that has, an ability to go to the playoffs. But the Chiefs, Tyreek Hill is questionable with a quad injury that could affect the game. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, as we know, is out on the IR. Kelsey was dealing with an injury 2 weeks ago. We didn't mention it last week because we didn't have it. And on the other hand, Titans, the Titans have hope now with A.J. Brown and Julio playing last game. They produced a good amount, but like I said, they have Derrick Henry. So with Derrick Henry running that ball like he is, it opens up the game for A.J. Brown and Julio Jones. And we know the Chiefs defense, it's not good, and they're averaging a lot of yards per play, and it's not doing great for them.
Yeah, the Chiefs are struggling here and there. They finally got a win against a not so good Redskins team. Titans are hot with Derrick Henry. They're running the ball. I just looked at the over-under for Derrick Henry's rush yards. It's 125.5. I don't know which way to go because Derrick Henry is playing phenomenal, but 125 is a lot. But moving on, what is the second game Boogie is betting on?
Yeah, I'm going to go Washington +7.5 right now. And I think this also spread is going to keep on shifting on and off. First, a key player to look for, he's been a season target, is Terry McLaurin. He's actually dealing with an injury, so he's questionable right now for the game. But 46% of the bets are on Washington. It opened at 7. As I was looking through this game, something that really caught my eyes. It's not the whole reason. Is first that the weather on Sunday is not looking great for Mixon Crosby. And if you remember 2 weeks ago, he missed 3 field goals. And I did some research. The wind was only 8 miles per hour. On Sunday, they're expecting 14 miles per hour. It might affect Mason Crosby. But bringing it back on to, some real info, Washington is right now picking up a good run game in the past couple of games. They're switching off with McKissick. They have Antonio Gibson. They're trying to get that run game going, but also a key player to look for is Ricky Seals-Jones. The Packers have not been goading the tight end spot great lately. and Ricky Seals-Jones had a great game last week. Tyler Heineke found him for a 39-yard TD, and against the Packers defense, who did add some Paris Campbell, I think this week, 2 weeks ago, is still struggling there, and but still, like the first cornerback on the Packers is going to be Gardner McLaurin, and it's going to be a tough matchup, and that's going to be a key to the game. But on the other end, Devontae Adams, if he has his, great game, then it's going to probably be Packers. But, I think Washington can hold them with the defense.
Yeah, I mean, one bet I was looking at was the away team, which was the Redskins in this case, over 20. That's 3 touchdowns. They had that against the Chiefs, I believe. So that's at -110. That looks like good value. I'm going to look into that more. But also, don't forget, we're going to try to have Boogie and Jud twice a week. It's baseball season. We have some baseball bets. It's football and hockey season also. We'll sprinkle some bets there. But don't forget to also follow us on Twitter, where we post our best bets for the day and night. And don't forget to subscribe to Twitter at Judah Ripstein also. And let's go back to the third bet on Boogie's bet slip.
My third bet is Ravens -6.5. I'm really liking the Ravens right now. They're probably one of the hottest teams in the football league. I mean, first, there's a limitation of teams now with bye weeks, and bets get harder. But I do like Ravens at home, and that's the key thing. Ravens at home. Ravens are 3-0 at home. And they're making some comebacks, and I feel comfortable with them, finishing, this game. The Ravens, 54% of the bets are on the Ravens, but, Bengals played, great last week against the Lions, but now it's a divisional game, and it's going to be very interesting because, I mean, we see the Ravens division and we see the Bengals, they're in the same division. And now with Baker Mayfield out probably for a long time and the Steelers just not hitting it this season, it's going to be up to them too. And that's going to be the fight. And I feel like, I mean, you have a second-year Joe Burrow against a Lamar Jackson. I mean, I just don't think if there's any question. I think the Ravens are just going to be playing very hard this game. I think the Ravens know what the Bengals are going to do this game, and I think the Ravens are going to beat them by 6 or more.
Yeah, I mean, another bet I'm looking at on FanDuel currently is the Bengals to score over under 20 points and the Ravens to score over under 27. I think the Bengals could score 3 touchdowns against this defense. And I think Jamar Chase is going to have another long ball. I would bet on his longest reception when it comes out. But we'll see what happens. What's the last bet for Boogie tonight for Sunday's Week 7 slate?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Raiders -3. I mean, first, John Gruden obviously out last week. He got fired, and I really do like the new coach. I mean, he's bringing in kind of the same stuff, but I do like, his effort to put in the run game, because if the run game could start working with John Jacobs and Kenyon Drake, and I mean, I was looking at season stats from last year. Kenyon Drake was a top running back at the end of the season. He was averaging like 20 fantasy points through week 10 through like 17. So he was on fire during the final stretch, and he really pushed the Cardinals. And he is going to hopefully help that for the Raiders. And if the Raiders could get that run game going, it will just give so many more opportunities for the wide receiver crew going. And that means Hunter Renfrow, Henry Ruggs, and obviously Darren Waller. The only thing to stress for the Raiders defense is allowing 24 points a game, which is kind of a lot. And, their run defense is not great, and they're playing against an Eagles run offense, which with Jalen Hurts running the ball, it could be pretty seriously. But like I said, it's going to be up to Kenyon Drake and Josh Jacobs doing action to help out the passing game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at anytime touchdown score right now. I mean, Josh Jacobs, his odds aren't so good, but I think they're going to run the ball a lot. The interim head coach likes running the ball, so I'm looking right now at Kenyon Drake anytime touchdown score on FanDuel at plus 260. Risk 10 to win 26 if he scores a touchdown anytime. I mean, they're trying to run it. Drake scored a touchdown last week, I believe. He's in the passing game. They're giving it to him. So I think that could be a potential bet to look at. That's all we got. But one last thing. We got Boogie. Who do you think is going to win the World Series in the MLB, and why?
It's a tough decision. I mean, you're looking at it right now. I mean, it's between Dodgers, Braves, Astros, Red Sox. Right now, I believe that the Dodgers and Braves are playing, but Dodgers are actually winning right now 4-2. I gotta say Astros. I mean, Dusty Baker is coming in here. I mean, this series they're up 3-2, and they're home the next two games. They could seal any game. And I mean, right now, Lance McCullers might join the team during the World Series, but their hitting has been fabulous. I mean, I know you're a White Sox fan, and you rather the Astros win. So it really indicates why the White Sox lose, because I think the Astros have a pretty good chance, or I would say the Braves, one of those two teams. But I feel like the Astros will win.
All right, thank you. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe to Boogie and Jud's Best Bets. Stay tuned for MLB bets and NBA bets. And also, we're going to try to have this podcast maybe twice a week, not only for football. And don't forget to subscribe to our Twitter at Boogie and Jud. Don't forget to subscribe to Twitter at Judah Ripstein, where I also put bets on Twitter. And everyone have a good night, have a good weekend, and hope you guys have a fun time week 7.
Thank you for watching today's episode of Boogie and Jud. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you next time.